What is up, you guys, and welcome to another episode of the Real Talk with Silos. I am your host, Silos, and yes, finally we are back with another review for the one and only Arrow. I know it's been a while, guys. I'm sorry. Came out on Tuesday. I know that I had some personal stuff I had to get through, but we're here. We have the review. I definitely saw it. I'm seeing all the episodes, so I have my review coming. This is it right here, guys. Okay, so without further ado, just letting you guys know, I do have my little list of notebook stuff right here of the little things I want to talk about. I have my Superman mug with some milk inside of it, of course. And yes, I am Silos. I know my beard is gone, but it's here. All right, guys, without further ado, let's jump right into it. So this episode of Arrow, we jump right back. It's like a flashback of memory lane with Arrow, and it's Hong Kong. We are in Hong Kong for this episode, guys. It is crazy. And it's actually, so this is the first thing I wrote. We are back in Hong Kong. The next thing I wrote, guys, it's actually, I believe I see this happening all season long, and I think it's amazing. It's beautiful. That's how we know what Earth we're on. And I never thought I would like this so much, but it makes so much sense for this show. And honestly, right now, Arrow is the show to watch, guys. It's the best one out there. It's just tying everything in. Yeah, so when it starts the episode, it tells you what Earth he's in, because the intro is actually the whole intro scene where it's like, I am Oliver Queen, I have to become something else, or, yeah. Well, the storyline always changes in the beginning, which is the intro, and the start of every episode, that's how we know what Earth we're in. So we are back on our Earth, Earth 1, Arrow's Earth, where it all started, and it just has all the flashbacks. We see Felicity, we see Laurel getting killed, we see all that stuff, and you're just like, dude, this is amazing. It was a good flashback to memory lane. All right, so the next thing I have here, guys, is, okay, so this is something that I've been kind of holding back not to tell anybody, and I want to know what you guys think and if you feel the same way. So I feel that the Monitor himself, so we've seen him in Flash, and we also, obviously, we've seen him in Arrow, and the way he's been acting in Arrow, it's been so like, and to this, and he needs to do this, and I'm not going to tell you why, but you need to do it. And I feel like that is because the Monitor that's in the actual Arrow show that's telling Oliver what to do, I don't think that's the actual Monitor. I think he has his own vendetta. I think that's actually the anti-Monitor, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was. I think that's the anti-Monitor, and of course, the one who shows up in Flash, I feel like that's the actual Monitor. So honestly, I have no clue, but that's my thoughts. And you guys, I want you guys to let me know what you think about it. If you think that's too far-fetched, or maybe it's the same thing. So, or if you're thinking the same thing. So that's what I wrote. That's what I wanted to just let you guys, know about and talk about. So just, yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. All right. So the next thing is, so the main thing is pretty much him is Oliver in Hong Kong with Laurel finding out that Earth 2 is gone. He saved Laurel from Earth 2. That's what happened last episode. She jumped in the portal with him and Diggle, with Oliver and Diggle. And yeah, so she's like dealing with that whole, oh, I can't believe my Earth is dead. I don't believe you. You guys are lying. It's a whole thing that happens this episode. It's really sad, but she gets over it eventually. And I don't want to make it sound like that, but she does. She gets over it, and she pretty much comes to the conclusion that I'm going to make sure this doesn't happen anywhere else, and I'm gonna help you with whatever has to happen this season, which I liked. It was like to the point. It wasn't a whole season of regret to then at the end come to, no, it's everything this season has been, we're coming, go and getting it done. Let's do that. So that's good. I do like that a lot. So yeah, so this episode, the Monitor acts as Oliver to bring him Dr. Wong. Doesn't tell him why, just, I need him, you need to bring him to me, and that's it, go do it, or Earth 2 will happen everywhere else in your Earth. So that's our big thing. So yeah, I did talk to you about this, about how Earth 2 was destroyed, and how Laura was having a hard time about that. We do see Tatsu, which is freaking amazing. She is a vigilante for Hong Kong. She's been, taking care of the people of Hong Kong, doing her thing with the 2 swords, killing people. Cha cha cha, pretty cool. So that was nice. The silver, I forgot her name. The silver, it's like the Asian lady with the silver hair. That was like Tatsu's nemesis or whatnot. She actually is the one who has the doctor captive. Her gang has a doctor captive because of what he's doing. So it was cool seeing her too. And then one thing that actually, it's starting to wake up Oliver. It's all these flashbacks and seeing the old people in his life that's helped him become the man he is. And so with meeting Tatsu pretty much talks him into, bro, you're doing these things not knowing if what you're doing is even gonna save people. You're just doing it because he tells you and that's it. And it's like, no, you need to put your foot down. Be the Oliver that we know, the Arrow that we know. And so now, so what I wrote down here was Tatsu talks Oliver into, when he captures Dr. Wong, asking the questions that he needs to ask to find out what is going on. Like, this needs to stop immediately. What is going on? Let me know what's going on. So that's what I wrote. And yeah, that's another thing. Oliver captures Dr. Wong for questioning before releasing to the Monitor. And so we do see, so when Laurel is on her own trying to get back to Earth 2, because that's the whole side thing. So she's on her own pretty much this episode. She's trying to get back to Earth 2 and figure out what happened to Earth 2. Diggle sees that she's struggling, and in his mind, he tells, which the brotherly bond between Diggle and Oliver is just like, man, he's in it thick and thin. It's like, this is what I need from my homie. He always got my back. So that was pretty cool to see. So what he realizes, Diggle realizes, is that we are all hands on deck situation. So he calls Lila, and we see Lila throughout the whole episode with Laurel and all this stuff, and she finds out about Earth 2, and she's like, what the fuck? And we're like, we have a feeling she has something to do with it, and we're like, yo, what's going on here? So we see at the end of the episode, she actually meets up with the Monitor, and we're like, what the heck? What does she know that she's not telling anybody? So yeah, that is all I have, guys, right now. So we do see her in connections with the Monitor of what's happening in Crisis. Guys, without further ado, please let me know what you guys think of this episode, what you want to see more of. If we go back down memory lane, what is another thing you want to bring back? Yeah, guys, I'll let you get out of here. Please comment, like, subscribe. Let's get real in the comments. Let's talk Arrow. Let's talk Crisis. I love you guys. Appreciate the support. Deuces.